is to hold a day of mourning on Sunday after at least 45 people died in a stampede at a religious festival. 150 others were injured. Well, let's get more now on that disaster in Israel. We can speak to Arsen Ostrovsky. He's an international human rights lawyer and a political analyst. Thank you so much for being with us. Absolutely horrific stories coming out of Israel, and people being crushed, children being caught up in the stampede. How did this happen?
Look, how it happened, that will be up for investigation in the coming days and weeks, no doubt. There's a time and place for everything. At the moment, there is a sense of utter devastation. Israel has not seen anything on this scale, on this kind of tragedy. This was meant to be a joyous occasion, a joyous holiday, but as you've noted, we've seen now some 45 people, including many children, that have been killed. Many of them have not even been buried nor even identified at the moment. So it's just a complete heartbreak and tragedy. So I think a lot of Israelis tonight actually, as they're sitting around the Shabbat table, are trying to come to terms with utter loss and comprehension of just the enormity of the situation.
Yeah, heartbreaking really is the feeling there, isn't it? We've also seen this incredible response with people donating blood, setting up refreshment stands for evacuees. What has the response been?
Look, the response has been overwhelming. Earlier today, I sought to try and donate blood myself, but I was actually informed that they were not taking anymore just because they were so overwhelmed. And we've seen, the sense of unity here in Israel, of people coming together from Tel Aviv, where they had blood banks opened up throughout the city, to cities in the north where Arab Israelis who are marking Ramadan even have come out and created stalls to give food and refreshments and help to those that are being evacuated and the first responders. So the sense of unity and togetherness at the moment is something certainly very powerful, very inspiring. And I should also add that the sense of solidarity from around the world, from world leaders, including the Queen, Queen Elizabeth, who posted a message and also sent a statement to President Rivlin of Israel. Boris Johnson as well, of course, put out a statement, as well as everyone from President Biden to even many leaders in the Arab world have been sending them their condolences. So that's certainly something that has been very deeply felt and appreciated here.
You mentioned the fact that an investigation is going to be happening. The Prime Minister has announced a serious investigation to look into the incident. But some people will be looking at those scenes. 100,000 people estimated to be there. Surely, people falling over, unable to get back up again. There must have been something that went seriously wrong in the planning of this event, in the crowd control and the policing of it, to allow this to happen.
Look, there may well have been, but we don't know that yet. And I should also stress this is not the first time that this kind of event has been held in Mount Meron in the northern part of Israel. It's an annual event, and it's an annual celebration that's been done over many years with such large gatherings without any incident. But again, there will be a time and place for investigations, for recriminations, and to find out exactly what happened, how it happened, and to ensure that it does not happen again. But at the moment, I think the time is for everyone to come together, to weep, to mourn, and to honour those who have died, including many who are still to be identified. There's some heartbreaking stories of phones ringing and the messages saying, "This is your mum, are you okay?" So really just the most incomprehensible grief and loss here at the moment, and people are really just trying to come to terms with just the full enormity of it.
That really does kind of bring it all home. Those stories, I'm sure, are going to be emerging as well as the days goes on too. And thank you so much for coming on the programme to talk to us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you.